Hello, dear friends. This is lesson number 10 in the series of Indian writing in English, and today, in this lesson, we shall start our discussion on Khushwant Singh. Khushwant Singh. Okay, from the UGC net point of view, he is not that important writer, but so far as Indian English is concerned, he is a prominent figure. He was born in the year 1915 in Punjab and he died in the year 2014 in Delhi. He was a member of Rajya Sabha as well from the year 1986 to 1919, I think, yes. From this period, during this period, he was the member of upper house, that is Rajya Sabha. He also received Padma Bhushan in the year 1975 or so. Around that period, he received that award. But in the year 1984, if you remember, there was a Operation Blue Star. In that operation, the Indian Army attacked the Golden Temple. So, as a protest, he returned that award. And in the year 2007, he got Padma Vibhushan from the Indian government. Now, so far as his important works are concerned, so one important work that we shall discuss, that is Train to Pakistan. Uh, Before we start discussing this novel, you can find this novel as a movie on Google. You can search on YouTube. There is a movie Train to Pakistan. You can watch that movie. You can simply understand what is the content of this work. This is a partition novel. In the year 1947, we remember India got the partition. So it is based on that. In literature, we have several works which are based on partition. So they are called as partition novels. So there may be a question sometimes, in fact, once it was also to figure out which one is based, the work which is based on the Indian partition. So you just note down these names. So first we have the prominent writer, we shall discuss also this one, Amitav Ghosh. Okay, and he wrote the work, very famous work, Shadow Lines, that is based on the partition of India. Okay, next, okay, of course, this work is there, Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh, but we are here writing the other works. Then we have one from Manohar Malgonkar. If you remember which work he has written on the partition of India, that is Bend in Ganges. So Malgonkar, and the work is Bend in Ganges. The Bend in Ganges, you can say like this. The Bend in Ganges. Now, apart from this, we have Azadi. This is also, okay, by the name Azadi, you can easily predict this is related to the partition of India and written by Chaman Nahal. This is also important work and we shall discuss Azadi by Chaman Nahal. And then we have one more. In the previous year, sorry, not previous year, previous video, we discussed this Bal Chandra Rajan, and he has written a work that is Dark Dancer. Balachandra or Balchandra, however you may call this name, Rajan, he has written the work Dark Dancer. This is also based on the partition of India. Okay, this writer is not that important. Probably we may not discuss this work. So four works we have written: Amitav Ghosh, Shadow Lines, Manohar Malgonkar, The Bend in Ganges, Chaman Lal Nahal's Azadi, Balchandar Rajan's Dark Dancer. There are some other works as well which are related to the Indian freedom struggle, or the setting is there. Some part of the novel is there before the India's independence, and some is uh, or the later part is after the India's independence, that is post independence. So these are other works, but on the basis of partition of India we have these four works, and the fifth is Train to Pakistan. Now we discuss this plot. How? Okay, we will not go far deep into the plot, but the surface knowledge we shall get so that we have an idea how the story is there. So first, the partition of India took place in the year 1947, and we know that about 15 million, 1.5 crore, or you can means about that figure, 15 million people crossed the LOC. Means either they were Hindus or the Muslim, they changed their places. We all know that fact. And about 10 to 15 million people, sorry, not 10 to 15, 1 or 1.5 million, 10 lakh to 15 lakh people also got killed. This is a tragic fact that about 1 or 1.5 million people got killed in the riots of Hindus and Muslims. So the setting is based on that. The story takes place in the fictional town. The name is Manu Majra. Somewhere you find the name as Mani Majra or Manu Majra. This is a fictional town, not a real one. It is in Amritsar, said to be in Amritsar, but it is not a real town. It is very famous, okay, according to the story. Why? Because the people live in harmony. There are the people from different religion like Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs especially, and they live together in harmony. Even the partition hardly had any effect on the lives of these people, because the people, the Sikh people or the Hindus, they were not forcing the Muslims to leave that village. But later the news comes, then the authority also forces the Muslim people to leave that village. Now, there are terrorists as well in this play, or sorry, in this novel. So first we have prominent figure of this work is Jaga Singh. Jaga Singh, he is a Sikh and he is a somewhat Robin Hood type person. Means he is at heart very good, but his deeds are not so noble. The people do not accept him. He is like we can say, means sometimes he do some ill things, especially against the rich people. But at heart he is in the favor of the poor people. He is the central character. He is living with his mother. Then we have his love interest. There is a girl, the name is Noora. Okay, she is a Muslim now. And the name of her father is Imam Baksh. Okay, not that important. Imam Baksh. He is a very aged person. He even cannot see the things properly. So he is a somewhat blind, you can say, half blind. Then we have another important character, that is Iqbal. Iqbal is an Indian, but he is educated in foreign country, and now he is a social worker. He has come to visit this village, and he is wondering how the people are living in harmony. That is why he is doing some sort of, you can say, journalism as well on this thing. So he's a good character. But the police arrested him because they consider that this person may disturb the things or may disturb the harmony of the people. Apart from them, there is one more character, that is Hukum Chand. Hukum Chand is a magistrate sort of person. Means he is the supreme authority of that village or town. He is responsible for everything. Even he, okay, there are the people in the authority, but he further, you can say, exercise the order of forcing the Muslim to leave this village. So in the beginning we see that there is a Ramlal. the name of the person is Ramlal. He is a rich man, moneylender. He is. Of course, he is not in the favor of the poor people, and he is murdered. Ramlal is killed by some terrorist. There are the groups or the gangs of the terrorist. And Jaga Singh, of course, he is not that bad character, but the people consider him that sort of character. Even the charge of the murder of Ramlal falls on Jaga Singh. So, by the development of the story, we see that the Muslims were supposed to go to Pakistan and they had to leave this village. So, they are in the train, and even Noora, she is also in the train. She did not want to leave, but the authorities forcing her, and there are the terrorists. They actually plan to explode the train through the bomb, but Jaga Singh, he is now turning out to be a hero of this novel. He sacrificed his own life and he got killed, and the train left this village safely. In fact, left India safely and reached Pakistan. There we have the ending of this novel. In the end, we see the death of the central character or the hero type person, that is Jaga Singh. So that sort of a novel we have, Train to Pakistan. Further, I suggest that there is no point going deep into this work. There was only once a question in the UGC NET exam from the title of this work. So there are not in-depth questions. So there is you need not waste your time in the going in the detail of this work. But for the sake of interest, you may. Now we have the several titles or the works by Khushwant Singh. Truth, love, and a little malice. Malice means grudge, something like jealousy or the jealous feeling. Truth, Love, and a Little Malice, that is written in the year 2002. It is an autobiography of Khushwant Singh. Then the important work, that is The Mark of Vishnu and Other Stories. This is a collection of children's stories, or not children, okay, the common stories we can say. Another work by him, that is I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale. It is a novel, not a poem, remember. I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale. Another work by him, Delhi, that is written in the year 1990. This is also a novel. Apart from that, one more work, Why I Supported the Emergency. Essays and Profiles. This is also work that can be the title you can write. And The Company of Women and Women and Men in My Life. So these are the other minor, you can say, works. So you may just write down their names. One more, okay, you can write, that is We Indian. This is also worth noticing. So these are the works written by him. There are not too many questions from Khushwant Singh, so we have only 2-3 questions, so we quickly take them. The work already we have discussed. This is the point you have to remember. The partition novels. Okay, these are the Amitav Ghosh, Shadow Lines, and all these are okay. I will not repeat them. Now the question. The first question, that is, sorry, just a second. Yes. What is the correct chronological sequence of the following works in the order of their publication? So we have several works and we have to arrange them in the correct order, how they were, or according to their date of publication. So Arun Joshi's Foreigner, The Foreigner. This work is written in the year 1968. Okay, we shall discuss this work when we discuss this writer. Ved Mehta's Face to Face. Okay, not that much important work, but for the sake of this question only, I am telling you. So 1957. Khushwant Singh's I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale. The topic or the work we have just noted down in the list. So that was published in the year 1959 or so. And Khwaja Ahmad Abbas Inqilab, that was also published around the year 1957 or 8. And the last, this is very important work, G.V. Desani's All About H. Hatter. This is also called as Hindustani Wala Hatter. So we will surely discuss this work, and that was published in the year 1948. So from the last one we have the, you can say the first in the chronology, so 1948 and then 57, 58, 59 and 68. So in the given options there was only option C or D maybe that was beginning with this one. So it was quite easy to pick if we know the one option correct. Which one is the earliest? Anyway, these are in-depth questions. I again never say that you should mug up these dates. But through these dates, we are now getting used to these names. Anyway, the next, very simple. Which of the following is not a partition novel? So partition novel, we have already taken the list. So now you have to answer this question. Train to Pakistan. Sunlight on a broken column, the shadow lines, and in custody. To answer this question now, Train to Pakistan, of course, this is a partition novel. Then Shadow Lines, we have discussed this, written by Amitav Ghosh. This is also a partition novel. But In Custody, we haven't discussed. This novel, it is written by Anita Desai. We shall discuss this writer. This novel has some elements of post-partition situations, especially about the decline of Urdu, the Urdu language, its decline. So it is considered as this work has the elements of partition, partition of India related to that. Now, Sunlight on a Broken Column. This is autobiographical work by Atiya Hussain, Atiya or Atiya Hussain. So this is not a partition novel. Atiya Hussain, like this, the name can be like this. Okay. Anyway, so next question we have. Here is a list of partition novels which have the violence on the woman's body as a significant theme. Pick the odd one out. Now, there are several names, so you can easily identify one work that is Trained to Pakistan. Though the names are unknown to us, but consider the question first, that the question is saying the list contains the works which have the theme of the violence on women's body, means women's struggle, or you can say the male dominance. The male dominance over the women is shown in that work. So in Train to Pakistan, we do not see that much. So the answer for this question is that the Train to Pakistan, written by Khushwant Singh, does not have the elements showing the violence on the women's body. But the other options like the Pakistani Bride and Ice Candy Man, these works are written by Bapsi Sidhawa, by Bapsi Sidhawa. These works have the elements of the repression of the women by the male dominated society. So far as the remaining work, that is What the Body Remembers, Okay, the name of the writer we may find on Google, but this work also have some elements related to the repression of the women. So remember, Train to Pakistan does not have any such content. So these are the three questions from or related to Khushwant Singh or Train to Pakistan. So important work, that is Train to Pakistan. I suggest you, if you are a movie fan, then you should go to Google and watch this movie, Train to Pakistan. You can easily understand this story and you will never forget. So, thanks a lot for watching this lesson and have a very nice day.